Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
Hey, what's up, guys? We got an open podcast tonight and open topic here. I got a guest here, Brandon Evans. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I know everybody in Buffalo upset now. You know, the Bills lost the game.
I think it's hilarious. I love it.
You're a Pittsburgh fan, right?
I am. Yeah. So I was very excited to see Buffalo lose this week.
Damn, that's cold. That's cold.
Well, listen, if Buffalo would have won this week,
man.
they would have had to beat the Bills, or excuse me, the Ravens. And I really don't want to see the Bills or the Ravens win. So it's got to be the Chiefs.
You know what? I think it's going to be a 49ers and Baltimore Ravens game for the Super Bowl.
I think so too, but I really want to be able to see the Lions take one, and I think this is like their only chance. I'm a big MCDC, Motor City Dan Campbell fan. I really like him as a head coach, kind of like Jim Harbaugh from Michigan. Really like him as a head coach.
Yeah, he's a pretty good coach. The only weakness I see with Detroit is it's going to be the defense. Sometimes they let the game go. It's the weak part of the Lions team, in my opinion. But I mean, they play hard for their coach, so who knows? Anything could happen in the NFL.
And my dad's a 49ers fan, so it's going to be interesting. The Lions have to keep up with the 49ers. They've got a really explosive offense. And then they've also got, Nick Bosa leading the defense. So it's going to be really entertaining. I think either way it goes, it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm really excited for a huge week of football next weekend. And I was just saying this earlier today. After your team gets eliminated from the playoffs, or if your team doesn't even go to the playoffs, it's fun to just watch football as a fan. Like just to not have any favorites whatsoever, just to be excited about every single play. It's awesome, dude. Like not like I'm looking forward to Pittsburgh getting eliminated from the playoffs every year, but inevitably it has happened every single year for the last, I think our last playoff win was in 2016 or something like that, 2019, something ridiculously long ago. It's always a lot of fun to watch them play competitive football in the playoffs, no matter who it is.
I'm back.
Took you long
my
enough.
Internet's acting up. Yeah, my internet's acting up.
See,
man.
All that Buffalo speed's lagging, man. All them people crying on Twitter right now.
That's what it is.
Dude, Dan Kirkpatrick texted me the other day because he was at the game when Pittsburgh was up there. He texted me at 10:30. He was like, "Dude, if you leave right now, you can still make it by kickoff." Oh man, it was tempting. It was really tempting. But
What do you think you guys got to do? You need a new quarterback. What do you think you guys need to
dude,
do to be competitive?
Kenny Pickett's young. He's real young. You know, he needs time to develop. The problem with Pittsburgh is they've like me. I'm 21 next month. I turn 21 next month. I've never seen a bad Pittsburgh Steelers team ever. You know, there's years we haven't made it to the playoffs. In my lifetime, we've won 2 Super Bowls. In my lifetime, we had Jerome Bettis still on the team,
Oh
and that
wow,
says a
yeah,
lot. Yeah, back in 2005 when he won a Super Bowl and rode off into the sunset in Detroit, and
mm,
so we've never seen a bad Pittsburgh Steelers team. We've taken advantage of having someone at the caliber of Big Ben Roethlisberger for the last 20 years. He played
yeah,
18 seasons in Pittsburgh. Longest tenured quarterback with one team, I think, or close to it. But then when you lose someone like him, even in his when he's washed up, he's still playing better than Jared Goff, right? So when you
yep,
lose Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh's taken advantage of that for so many years that they've never seen a bad quarterback team, and they have never had to give someone time to develop. You know, I don't think that Mike Tomlin's a bad coach. I don't think getting a new coach is the right answer. I don't think now Matt Canada was a problem. That was the first step was getting him out of there. But I think he just needs time to develop. You know, having Mason Rudolph in there, putting a fire underneath Kenny Pickett, I think that's a big part of it.
I see a lot of Buffalo Bill fans saying that they need to get rid of Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I think people are overreacting.
It, they're overreacting like crazy, man. I didn't see the game myself, but I got my Twitter notifications on for posts from Pat McAfee and Adam Schefter. So I was seeing updates throughout the game. And at one point, Pat McAfee had posted, I'm trying to see if I can find it, of course. Oh, yeah. Josh Allen just threw a ball a quarter mile. You're going to take a guy like that and say you got to get rid of him? Like, you got to keep Josh Allen and build
Yeah,
around him, and the Bills haven't given him anything to
yep,
build around. I mean, he has
yeah.
Stephon Diggs. Who
It
does he
seems
have outside?
right. Um, he got Davis, but Davis was hurt. Uh, I think last 2 years that the Bills had Josh, I think they didn't have a running game, but I think this year they did better running the ball with Cook as
Oh, yeah,
running back.
absolutely.
They did a better job running the ball.
And so I actually had James Cook in my fantasy lineup. He wasn't super consistent just because he wasn't getting the carries, but when he got his carries, he was consistently putting up 7 to 12 fantasy points every week, man. Every week consistently. If you give him the carries, he's going to take the team farther than what he did this year. They had a good rushing team this year. I think they need to worry about maybe building on their offensive line a little bit, not too much. I wouldn't waste like a first or second on it. But if they could get a little bit better of a run game, like run support for James Cook, I think they'd be solid. Offensively. Now they've got other defensive issues for sure. But I think that's Buffalo's first step, in my opinion. I'm not a professional or anything, but
What do you think about that's
what's that?
really my team, the Jets.
You said, what do I think about the Jets? So the Jets,
They
they're
got a
rough all the
nice
way.
defense, but they need
Dude, when Robert Salah came in from San Francisco, I really thought that guy was going to go places. He really needs to stay a defensive coordinator for now. I don't think maybe he is, but I don't think he's necessarily a guy to build a team. Maybe he could come in like, let's say Andy Reid retires next year. I think he could be a guy that could potentially succeed with the Chiefs. I don't know if Robert Salah is a guy to necessarily build a franchise. Man, there's not much worse than Ray Arias, but two Ray Arias is a problem.
That, that's that internet out here in Buffalo. It's going crazy. It's an overload. Look at we got somebody left a comment here. Let me see.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, so I don't know. I did see the final kick, minute 43 to tie the game. Minute 43 with Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs is a lot of time, especially when look at what they did with Buffalo. I think it was a couple years ago in overtime. Yeah, that was a problem managing the clock. Both of them were just taking shots downfield left and right. But
You
I
know
mean, if you
what?
hit that field goal, you put your defense
The
in a good
fake
spot.
punt. Hey Ed, that fake punt. What you thought about? What you think about that? That shit was crazy. The fake punt they did. I think it was like 4 and 5 at the. I'm gonna say the 40-yard line. I think. Let's see.
At their own 40-yard line?
Yeah.
Going for it at all on fourth down, especially on your own side of the field, is horrible. I think it's rough. I mean, like he said, Josh had a better chance running it. I agree. I think you got to put the ball in Josh Allen's hands and show that you trust him in spots like that. And they got the ball in 38. That's insane. That is either a super short punt, absolutely shanked it, or yeah, that's pretty awful.
I'm back again. I think I gotta reset my laptop or something.
Something got to be something.
Yeah, it's something because
Internet cannot be that
it never
bad in
acted like
Buffalo.
this before.
You can get you Xfinity.
Hey, Ed, I agree with you 100%. They should just gave Josh Allen the freaking ball to run it. Yeah, the Chief got the ball at the 38-yard line. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I
Hey,
said. It had to have been like a blocked punt, shanked punt, something super long return. That's horrible.
yeah. Hey, Ed, did you watch the UFC fights?
They were so boring. Like that, I don't think they were bad. Like everyone's saying, like that was the worst card ever, but it was rough.
Yep. So I talking about MMA fights and kickboxing fights. Tell us about the promotion you're working for.
Yeah, so we're based out of Newcastle, Indiana. So your guys' demographics probably used to the 765 top team guys. We're about 40 minutes west from them. So where they're based out of Richmond, we're about 40 minutes West-ish. So we're a kickboxing only promotion right now. We've held a lot of pretty successful shows. So Stuart Hamby's the one that started doing them. He's been doing them since he was, before he was 20, before he was my age, he was doing shows. So he's pretty experienced in putting it on and everything. So um, after I left the team I was with, I was pretty fortunate to kind of dive in head first. And after my first show, kind of working media, I did post fight interviews for him. I got to come in, work on kind of like the behind the scenes side, the management side. So we did my first show involved. We did it in they did the 1933 high school state basketball championships here for Indiana in that gym, and we got to put the cage up in there, do a big show there. That was super cool. And then I actually got to ring announce for that show too. And then we just held one in Connersville, Indiana, again pretty close to Richmond. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely something I didn't think I was going to be involved in if you would have asked me a year ago.
Hey, I seen you doing the ring announcing and seen the videos, and you're doing a good job too.
I appreciate it, man. So for the people that didn't get to see the videos, they're on fiercefightseries.com. You can access them on YouTube too. Fierce Fight Series. I actually got I'd actually talked to Dan Kirkpatrick a lot before actually announcing. And for the Connersville show that we just had, literally last Saturday, he actually had me. Well, he didn't have me do this, but I had seen him do this in the past, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be hilarious if I go back and do it too." I actually went out and got one of the sequence jackets, just like he wears, super cheap on Amazon, but it was really cool. It was awesome. One of the ref gave me a hard time the entire fights because they were little squared sequence, like little quarter-inch by quarter-inch squares. And every time he would turn around and look at a different part of the mat, he would find one of these squares just laying around because they started falling off the jacket because I was moving around so much in there. It was kind of funny.
I restarted my laptop.
Dude, you've got
Oh
to got
man.
upgrade your Wi-Fi or something, man.
I might need I might have to do that, but the modem, I might have to update it because I had it for like a long time. But I restarted my. Let's see how it goes because I restarted my laptop. So let's see how it goes.
Can't be any worse. But yeah, man, it was that show was a lot of fun. But our next show's next month in Richmond. So I'll be going back to my hometown, first time announcing in my hometown. I'm pretty excited.
That's what's up. Speaking about your shows, you got any 765 guys fighting there?
So we had two of them on the last show in Connorsville. Um, Skylar lost by unanimous decision, and then Zach Utterbeck lost via KO. I can't remember. Did I send that one to you also, or was it just Skylar's?
Just a Skylar fight.
So that knockout, it was pretty nasty. Just caught him with a super clean left hook, and Zach was fortunately okay. Gave everyone a pretty big scare, but he was
Yeah.
fortunately okay afterwards. In February, there's going to be three of them. So Jacob Nethery's fighting, uh, and then so he's fighting Levi Hicks, somebody from the Subdue over in Connorsville, and then Brent Hammond. So here's the cool part about this fight: Brent Hammond is fighting Stefan Huber. I played high school football with both of them in Richmond while we were all in high school. Stefan was a couple years older than us, but freshman year we were all gathered together at one point, so that was pretty cool. And then Xavier Cardis is fighting Chris Saylor in the heavyweight division,
Oh, okay.
and that's all we have set so far for the 765 guys.
Yeah, I got hopefully we could get some of them on here and we could talk about that card coming up. Um let me see any questions. No. Yeah, so are you guys uh like the only promotion around that area or is other ones out there?
So there's quite a few others in Indiana, probably within 2 hours or so. So there's us, Fierce Fight Series, Iron Horse Kickboxing, Impacto. I know I'm going to forget a ton of these. High Octane, Courage Fight Series. So there's quite a few in the area. But the nice thing about it is so like IKA, Indiana Kickboxing Association, they do the Iron Horse shows. So Myron is the commissioner, but he does his own shows also. Uh, and then Tiger Banks is one of our referees. He does Courage Fight Series. So it's nice to, and then Knockout Kings Promotions is a new one also. So it's nice. I think we had 3 or 4 different promotions being represented at our last show. That came and spectated. So it was kind of cool to kind of see, you know, everyone kind of full circle, just enjoying the local fight circuits, like just coming to enjoy people fighting. It's pretty cool.
Hey, are you a fan of the bare knuckle fighting? Um
I honestly don't know anything about it. I know Ken Shamrock or Frank Shamrock, uh, whichever one's doing it. I can never remember. I always just say Shamrock's doing it.
yeah,
I know one of them are doing
Ken
Valor up in the New York area. Ken Shamrock.
Ken.
Okay. I know Ken Shamrock's doing Valor up in the New York area. I seen
Yep.
Bubba is doing it up there. Um Bubba Norton. I seen that he was doing a tryout or something not too long ago on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I know about it. I know it's illegal in Indiana.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah. I think it's I'm not mistaken, I think it's illegal in New York State, but they could do it like in the Indian territories and stuff.
I'm not sure how
Mm.
it works. There's
Yeah,
so
it's not
much black and white. There's a huge gray area in every single law. So it's easy to just stick to kickboxing. And then if we do an MMA show in the future, I don't know if we will, but just stick to the sanctioning stuff like that. Just follow everything by the book. It's so much easier to stick with what you know sometimes.
now with the are there like underground promotions where the state's not involved? in Indiana?
So kickboxing isn't sanctioned in the state of Indiana. So there's IKA is a sanctioning body, but it's not, to my knowledge, it's not like required.
Okay.
We choose to use them. So they've been great for us and everything. So we continue to use them. But you don't have to have IKA come out for kickboxing shows. It just makes everything way easier. Uh,
Okay.
they're awesome about everything. But there's one group, I'm not going to mention them by name because I don't fully know the details or anything. There there's one group. They're big on Facebook right now. Um, I'm not sure what their thing is, but they might be, but I'm not sure.
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I would like to if I could fight, I would like to fight in Indiana. Come back, do a comeback fight.
Were you a
I
pro
gotta
or
talk to
amateur?
Caveman about that. I was a amateur.
Were you a pro or amateur? Amateur?
Amateur. Yeah.
What do you weigh right now?
Um, I'm about like two 220, 223, 220. I used to fight at
I wouldn't
205.
hate the idea. I wouldn't hate the idea. And hey, we're as far east as it gets too. We do shows right in Richmond, so it's as close to Buffalo as you get anywhere in Indiana.
Right, right.
So I tell you what, if you don't fight, you should at least look into coming out to our show February 24th.
I'll look into it. I'll look
It's
into it.
like a
I'm gonna
7 or 8 hour drive. It's not that bad.
okay, yeah, I'll
Smooth,
definitely check that out.
interstate almost the whole way.
Okay. What's that? The 90, right?
So we're right off of 70. I don't know, after you get off 70, I don't know the interstates the rest of the way to Buffalo. I just know that we are off of 70.
Past Pennsylvania, go down Ohio. I know you got past Ohio, right? Um
Yeah, so you actually pass Pittsburgh on the way back. It's only four and a
oh,
half hours to Pittsburgh from here.
okay, yeah, so oh wow, because it takes me like when I went to Pittsburgh, it took me like I think 3.5 hours maybe. Hmm.
Yeah, it's not a bad drive at all. Like I said, it's interstate almost the entire way, if not the entire way. Um, so from where I'm at right now, which like I said is about 40 minutes west of Richmond, it is 6 hours and 43 minutes. And that's from Riverworks. Now Ruben just lying to you.
Oh man, I definitely want to check your fight out, your promotion out. I'm a big fan of kickboxing, MMA, so I definitely like to check your show out and
Yeah,
see what's popping
it's gonna
over
be a
there.
lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Of course, you and Caveman have the invitation. If you guys can't make it to the show, I know it's a big commitment. Like, dude, we went to Buffalo. I went to Buffalo with them back in April. It's rough. It's not easy. Um, but if you guys can make it happen, make it happen. But if you can't, we've also got pay-per-view too.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've got Thankbox Production LLC here. They're a local company that does our pay-per-view and stuff like that. So
Okay.
they're pretty awesome about getting pay-per-views up and everything. And I think the pay-per-view is only $35.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I see K4, they just saw doing the live pay-per-view, their own pay-per-views. They ain't going to a company doing it. They got a website. I want to say K4 Fighting TV, K4Fighting.tv, and you can order the next pay per view coming up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, they're doing their own video service now. So yeah.
Yeah. So what Ruben's alluding to there in the comment section was there was an issue with Wi-Fi where we were at in the last venue, but we've already got that figured out for Richmond. We did it last time wirelessly, so we should be good on the signal and everything. So we should be back to full capacity for you, Ruben. I know that was a problem last time, so we're working to get that one fixed big time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sometimes stuff happens. Hey, like my internet was fucking up just now.
Exactly. But yeah, so it was just the city we were in, uh, and then they didn't have the greatest Wi-Fi, but they just upgraded it too. So um, they definitely want us to come back and everything, but um, they actually just upgraded their Wi-Fi and everything. It was just bad Wi-Fi. We ran Ethernet all the way to the computer, right by the cage, and it was still rough.
Oh, Ruben said he'll be there live.
All right, man. Hey, your guys got tickets. If they run out, you need to get with me. I'll get them some more. Get you some. Whatever we got to do to make it happen, man. Want to get as many people there as possible. This is going to be a huge show. It's going to be absolutely stacked. We've got a pro kickboxing fight right now. Uh, Ryan Stout. He's pretty big or locally. I'm not sure if you're familiar with him. He's from Ohio, so not too far from you guys. But so he'll be fighting Tyler Combs. Sal Williams is on the card right now. Brandon Arnett, and these are all huge local guys. All those guys are amateurs except for Ryan and Tyler. And man, I'm excited. Like I'm
now,
getting goosebumps talking about this right now, man.
now, are you oh the event? Where's it gonna be located at? Like it's in a casino or hotel or the venue.
So
Where you get the
it's
venue?
actually at our Wayne County Fairgrounds, the
Okay.
First Bank Coleman Center. It can actually seat 2,000 people.
Oh, okay.
And then they've actually got a venue next door that actually seats 5,000 people. We're sticking right now to the one.
Right.
We're sticking to the one with the 2,000 for right now, but I'd love to be able to grow and expand to that 5,000 capacity, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. 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 Keep growing and growing.
Yeah, it's what it's all about. Is just grinding until we can get there.
Right. Yep.
Jacob's fight's going to be on there too. That one, I'm looking forward to that one too. So Levi
Is that
usually
going to
fights.
be? Is that going to be
But
like an MMA or kickboxing?
this is all kickboxing.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
I know Jacob had his a boxing match, but it was kind of weird. They had no shoes on. You know
so it
anything
was,
about that?
that was a kickboxing show in Indiana, but I don't know too much about it. I was there for that. Personally, I thought he won, but I wasn't. I don't know who the commission was or anything
Right.
that handled the judges or whatnot, but personally, I thought Jacob came out on top, but it was an exhibition.
Okay.
So I think judges disagreed, but I'm not sure. Of course, with it being an exhibition, it's hard to tell.
Right.
They don't raise either person's hand. They line them up, say congratulations, give them a medal, and then send them back to the locker rooms.
Yeah, I thought like with exhibitions, like nobody really wins, right? And they just like you said, throw their hands up at both guys and get them a trophy and keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. We don't have any exhibitions on our show right now. It's all straightforward. It'll be on Tapology now. Kickboxing is starting to be put on everyone's Tapology. So it's getting pretty cool. Like I'm
So,
excited for it. Muay Thai was added to Tapology. Can't remember when
okay.
that was added, but it was used to be just MMA, then Muay Thai, and now kickboxing on top of it. Kind of wonder when they're going to start putting grappling matches on top of it too.
So like, what's the rule set for the kickboxing? Is it like a K1 style?
I'm not too familiar with K1 myself, so no sweeps, nothing like that. If you catch them, if they go to kick in the midsection, you catch them, you get one step. You don't get to like bulldoze into them or anything. No elbows, of course. No knees to the head. You can knee to the body, kick to the head, whatever. Just no kneeing to the head. Um, so outside of that, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the full rule set. I don't get to I don't get to be in all of the fighters meetings. Uh, so it would be nice if I could, but a lot of the times with being the announcer, I'm doing all this other stuff with the promotion itself. I don't get to be in all of the fighter meetings, but essentially those are the big ones. No elbows, no knees to the head. Um, you can't like sweep them. You're not supposed to. If you catch their leg, you can't like bulldoze them over. Those are the big ones.
Okay.
No striking a downed opponent. That one's huge, which I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. So,
Right, right, right.
but,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're pretty awesome. Like I said, the IKA comes in and handles all that and whatnot. Dorian, we had fighter meetings. Yeah, we had fighter meetings. He was late to the show. Fighter meetings were at 3:30, and because he was working, didn't get there till 5. So Dorian Gordon actually fought on the last card. Also, I almost forgot about that. I'm glad he mentioned that. Uh, his his got stopped by TKO, but I think it was in the first or second, one of the two. But
Yeah, I seen that fight. Dorian's a tough motherfucker. I seen that fight.
hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I texted. So we did our weigh-ins the night before. So we went live, and then two people didn't show up, and then we're trying to contact them, and they ended up pulling off the card. So so it was in the second. Dorian just posted that in the comments there. Uh, so I like I said, couple people pulled off the card, and one of them we weren't able to scrounge up just because the weight was so far off from
Right.
anyone that would pick it up last second. Then we had somebody else, and I called Dorian. Me and Dorian finalized this at like 1:30 in the morning. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep from the night before, trying to get everything ready to go to set up at the venue. And me and Dorian are like 1:30 in the morning, finalized him to come in and fight. So he comes in as soon as he gets off work, gets changed into shorts, man. And yeah, he fought up. Guy had a couple pounds on him, like he said, but man, I was really excited to be able to come in and see him fight. Dorian's my brother, man. I love him. So I was definitely happy to be able to see him, you know, come in and compete, throw hands.
Right.
He's competing in February also in a
Okay.
125 bout.
Yeah, Dorian comes to fight, bro. I was like, man, I saw his fight, and even though he lost, he's tough, and he gonna keep coming at his opponent, and they can't sleep on him.
Yeah, so he he came in and he scrapped with Josh. He took everything Josh had, and then I think, and then some. Something that I came up and something I came up and talked to Dorian about is he gets hit down under all the time, man. He actually got called for it, but he he got the recovery time this time. But it happened with Josh. It happened in this last fight. Every time I've ever trained with this dude, it happens every time. Um, I don't know what it is. He gets hit in the nuts every single fight, man. I don't get it. I'm not saying people are doing it on purpose. It just happens. Training with 765, man. When both of us were there, It happened every day, I swear. And it wasn't like he was
Right,
faking it or anything. Like, no, I saw
right,
it.
right.
Like, it hurt me watching it. Like, I don't. That dude, he's nuts, man. And then 2 minutes later, gets back up and fights, and he's still feeling it, dude. He love that dude, man. But he's crazy. He's a different breed, man. Hurt his knee, dislocated his knee or whatever. Said he. You can see right there in the comments, right? He punched his knee back in place.
Damn, you
Yeah, you can
fucking
see that in the
nutcase.
video, dude. You got to go back and watch that fight. He's sitting on something. I think they brought in like a bucket or a stool or something. I don't even remember what it was. They brought it in, and and this dude's sitting on it, and they bring the camera over to him, and they close up on him. This dude took his right hand and just hit his knee as hard as he could, and he fell off the bench, man. And God, it was rough, man. It hurt me watching it.
Wow.
I've had knee problems for the last like 10 years, man. That was hard to watch. It really was.
Damn, that's some crazy shit.
Dude's
Dorian,
wild.
you a tough dude for that, bro. For real, for real.
But
Oh,
he's fighting a tough dude come February 24th too, man. He Tyler Potters goes to trains with boot camp boxing over in Richmond, and it'll be two Richmond guys stepping in the cage 1-on-1. I'm excited for that one.
Xavier is fighting too, right?
Yeah, so he's actually fighting somebody from I think he's from Subdue also, Chris Saylor. Chris Saylor just had a fight on our last show. I believe he won, if I remember correctly. I'd have to go back and see who he fought, but yeah. So Xavier's tough, man. I've grown up with Xavier most of my life, so I've known him before he went into martial arts, and now to look back and see like he just used to be some punk, snot-nosed little kid, didn't listen to nobody, couldn't behave, couldn't sit still or nothing. And to see the guy that he is now is like immaculate. Like he is such a good dude, man. Straightforward. He's one of the toughest cats I've ever seen.
And he's one of the toughest and nicest guys ever.
Oh yeah, dude. Like
he's nice, man. I was, he fought at K4. He got that win. He won knockout of the night. He's tough, man. He's tough, and he's like a gentle bear.
he's a big old teddy bear.
Yeah,
Big old teddy bear.
And
He's
like
not someone you want to piss off though.
right, and like when we first met, and I was playing my heel, I was talking about the 765, and I kind of felt bad being a bad guy because I know he was a good guy, and then watching him fight, man, like when he came by the ringside, I gave him a hug. He's a real cool guy, good guy, and tough as hell, and he comes to fight too. I like him,
Dude, just to talk about how nice this guy is, dude just wants to show up and fight, man.
right?
765 was talking all that smack and everything, and he found out some of the stuff they were saying, and they're just playing the bad guys, whatever.
Right.
But he found out some of the stuff they were saying, and we were talking about it. This dude had no clue, doesn't have a social media presence at the time, anything like that. And he was laying in one of the hotel beds on the other side of the room. He heard that. He jumped up. He said, "Y'all said what?" Oh man. But yeah, he actually trains martial arts with my brother and has for better half of a decade.
I've seen some of the training videos your brother did, and I was impressed.
He came out, it was a rough fight. He's an incredible martial artist. He's better martial artist than I may ever be. I'm training Taekwondo. He's training Shotokan karate, but he's an incredible martial artist. He's not a cage fighter. As much as I hate to say that, man, I'm glad he got in there, mixed it up. I'm glad he wasn't hurt but he didn't come in, show urgency, anything like that. Of course, he's my brother, love him to death, but I just I'm glad he went in, did what he felt he needed to do, and now he can just kind of have fun, just enjoy his training, do his martial arts stuff day to day. He got a small part time job on top of it now, so he's loving life, man.
Good. Yeah, I seen that video. I was impressed with that video of how he the flexibility he had and just the conditioning he was doing. I was like, oh shit, I can't do shit like that. But I see he
Man,
doing. I was like, I can't do that.
dude, he's got a bucket, a 5 gallon bucket at home, right? He takes his hands, fingertips, and it's full of rocks, dude. And I'm not talking like pea gravel, like they are like whole rocks, like like gravel rocks. Like he just
Right.
went out to the driveway and scooped it up. He takes his fingertips and he just jams his fingertips into this bucket, and he does this for an hour. He has a brick that he covers in a washcloth so he can keep a better grip on it
Yeah.
and just smashes it into his midsection, man. Like this dude is like he is crazy, but he ain't gonna get hurt by no leg kick. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, his conditioning was crazy, man. I seen the video and I was impressed. I was definitely impressed. I think uh maybe your brother would come back to the cage and fight. I just think we're a little uh training MMA style trainings and grappling. I think he'll be good.
I would want him to come up and spend some extensive time with me at my gym training.
Right.
Um, especially, you know, he trains at Shotokan Karate, but he's got some nasty leg kicks. If you put Shotokan with Taekwondo, man, he'd be unstoppable, dude. He would have so much power in his hands and his feet, dude. It'd be wild.
It's crazy. I used to train in Taekwondo. Um I got like a red belt and then I started doing boxing and kickboxing. But yeah, I used to train Taekwondo. I was like, I used to kick, like my kick game. I was flexible, and I used to kick people head like nothing.
Yeah.
It was cool.
See, it's crazy. You've seen how tall uh, uh, Skyler or not Skyler Xavier is. If I wanted to throw, I was at the gym the other day because I was dropping off some tickets or something, trying to help him get some sales in for the show, right? Get some ticket sales in, and I can't remember what brought it up, but somebody told me I couldn't clear Xavier. I couldn't kick that high. I looked over at Xavier and I'm like, dude, I could clear his head with a roundhouse kick, and they didn't believe it. Xavier wasn't putting his head in front of it, so went right here and cleared over it, man. Once you've been doing Taekwondo, like you could do it for 3 months and your flexibility's almost doubled.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yep. Yep.
So do you know who Bill Wallace is, by the way?
Yes. Superfoots. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So I actually got to go and train with Bill Wallace not too long ago. So I went to a martial arts conference, Maya, down in Orlando.
Hmm.
And I actually got to train with Bill Wallace. It wasn't for super long. I think it was like an hour, but like not many people in the entire world get to say that they trained with Bill Wallace. So it was really, really cool to be able to say that I did.
Yeah. Training with him, that's a legend right there, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and I try to give credit to Skyler when I can. Without Skyler, without Xavier, I wouldn't be in this game at all. Right. But I've had so many opportunities since then. And I say all the time, my life is so stupid. And I don't say that in like a negative way. I'm like, I shouldn't be in the positions that I am, but I'm truly blessed for what I've got. Like, dude, I was training with Bill Wallace and it was a work trip. Like I didn't fork out $4,000 to go train with a legend.
Right.
I just got presented the opportunity.
And you know what? I gotta agree with you on that because you was focusing on football, right? Doing football media.
Yeah, so
And
I
then
was commentating football and basketball before I
okay,
came
yeah.
on. So I was, like I said, I was commentating basketball full time. Like that's what I was doing. And then I came out here and Stuart Hamby found me and threw 765 and He recruited me to come up here, and like, dude, I'm running a bounce house business. Like, we've got a martial arts school, we've got our fight series, we got a bounce house business, we have a 24-hour gym. I help with property rentals. Like, dude, I'm all over the place. I'm so busy, but I love it, man. Like, dude. So we went to a bounce house conference in Orlando like 3 weeks after the first time I went, and we went to freaking Disney World while we were there. Like, it's awesome.
Oh, we got somebody here.
What's going on, Brent? Hey, like I said, man, I don't know if he was on, so I'm going to repeat this. You know, Brent and I played football together, but our freshman year, there was a junior, Stephon Huber. So Brent's actually going to be fighting Stephon Huber on February 24th. So I'm pretty excited for that one. We've all known each other for a pretty long time. And then
That's
we're
got to
working
be
on
kind of weird, right?
what's that?
That's got to be kind of awkward finding your old football teammate.
Not always, man. So like they're just doing it for the love of the sport, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just come in and mix it up. It's just like sparring. You're just headhunting a little more. Like we've had brothers fight on our show in the past.
Wow.
That personally, I thought that dinner table at Thanksgiving may be a little awkward, but you know, I to each their own. If that was their prerogative and everything, that was what they wanted to
I
do with
see
that.
some promotion that put father versus son or mother versus daughter-in-law. Now, and recently I just seen a crackhead versus crack dealer.
Oh, geez. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
that
don't
was like I
know
think
about
that was
that.
a Russian show with the crackhead versus crack dealer.
Yeah, then so we're looking for another 135er right now for Sakai Rogers. I've never had so many problems finding a fight for somebody like I have right now. Just nobody wants to fight the dude. 135er, he's 5-1 or 6-1 right now. He's a 145 champ in somebody else's promotion. I think it's 145. It might be 35. Like he's a he's a dog, dude. He actually fought Skyler kickboxing back in July with early first second round finish.
I think I've seen that one.
Guy, dude is tough. Dude is tough as nails, man. Another guy I grew up with playing football with all the way up from like third grade, dude.
Oh, Skyler's here. I just noticed it. Skyler, what's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
But
How was your day?
we
You
were
trained
just talking about
today?
go ahead,
What's
Ray.
up?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
We were just talking about Brent fighting an old teammate, Stephon Huber,
Oh yeah,
the next Fear Show.
yeah. That's gonna be crazy.
And then so I haven't said anything about it yet, but nothing official. But we're trying to get you on the show too.
Yeah, that'll be cool if so. And if I do, it'll be cool. Cool match.
Yeah, I don't have any details on that yet, but I'm excited, man. This whole show is going to be
Hey, try to get that set. I'm
insane.
telling you, that's a big match right there.
I'll reach out to him. We'll see what we can do.
All right. Yeah,
But
he accepted to me, but he just told me to have you guys reach out, which you wanted him to anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, this whole card is insane, dude. I'm so excited for it.
it's big.
But
Hey, Skyler, I'm gonna have to say I'm impressed with your leg kicks.
Hey,
I
I
think
said
you
I
got
got
some
good
powerful
leg
leg
kicks,
kicks.
man.
Yeah, you got some powerful leg kicks.
Did you watch the fight, Ray?
Yes, I did.
Think I won.
Yes, I did. Yes. Uh, uh, um, I thought the leg kicks you hit and knocked him down with, I think that should have count like
Yeah, that's
as a
what I'm saying.
knockdown. Um, how was your cardio? You look like you was tired in the late second, the
I'll be
mid
honest.
second round, because your hands was kind of like down.
Yeah, so I had some time to train, but I didn't have time to actually like train a lot. So I didn't have much time to put cardio in. Like, cause I like train, I do a little bit of pad work here and there, stuff like that. But with like actually training to be able to work on cardio and stuff like that, I didn't have enough time. So I was just went for it. My mistake was going too hard in the first round. But when I started
Came
going
out
too
hot.
hard, I started realizing I was like, oh shit, I shouldn't do this too much because I'll be dead
Right,
if it goes into the third.
right. Yeah, you did went hard the first one, but yeah, it's a learning. You still a young fighter. It's a learning experience, and you gonna just get better.
Yeah,
Your next fight, you'll be better too.
but
You
I got a rematch with him. We got it set, so it'll be cool with them again for Brendan's show. Fierce.
that's what's up.
Hey, talk about that Superman punch off the cage, man.
I actually asked Stu if I was allowed to do it before the show started.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah,
Did you actually? So it looked like to me like you landed it, but other people in the crowd were saying you didn't. And
I
then
I
you
don't
can't tell on
remember.
video.
I don't know if it landed on his face or on his glove because he was like right here, but I know it like popped him back a little bit. But I was gonna do it at the beginning of the fight. If you seen it like the first round, we was backing up towards the cage. I like looked back towards
Oh,
the
you were
cage.
baiting.
I was about to do it to be honest, right there, but I didn't want him to like throw that up kick and get me in the face.
He's got some long legs, man.
But I'll be like, and this ain't me being mean about it or anything, but he don't hit hard at all. That's his problem. I think he's scared to throw power like and be punched if he's like throwing power into a kick or something.
He was cautious. I'll give you that. And like you could tell
His
like he
feints are
don't.
bad too. They're like, you know how you feint and you're like feinting forward. He don't do that. His hands are going like this when he's feinting to the side, and I'm like, I don't think that's coming at me at all.
Yeah, and that, I know he knows you got power, so I think he was worried about your power.
Yeah. I asked him during the fight too, because I said I thought I didn't have anything, Parker, because he said I didn't have power, I didn't have punches or anything on Brendan's podcast leading up to. I think it was Brendan's or might have been the production crew that they have, but he said I didn't have nothing, and I was like, all right, we'll see. I think almost every hit I punched him with was snapped his head back.
Yeah, it did. It did. I noticed that too. I noticed that.
Oh, that was to you, Brendan.
Yeah, Brent, I'm going to save it for the cage, man.
Oh man. So you trained today, or you were just chilling?
Yeah, today's a chill day. I go back tomorrow though.
Did you see the UFC fight last night?
Yeah, I think Strickland won. I think that even if Dreykus could have took it, like maybe one of them rounds, you got to beat the champion to beat the champion. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even to a close fight, it should have been the champion's fight.
I agree, but at the same time, like he is. I like Strickland, but that dude, that attitude, man, he is not the face of that promotion.
That no,
If he
listen,
went to the
that's
judges'
why he sells
scorecard, there's
tickets.
no way he was going to stay, man.
That's
No
why he
way.
sold tickets. That's why he was able to sell out a Canadian show, a show in Canada with an African fighter and an American fighter as the main event.
Hmm.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
He
if you're Dana White, that's not the guy you want representing your promotion.
This is what Dana White says though. He
That's
just lets
not the face of your
he freedom of speech. If you don't want him to say, he don't just say it. He reporters ask him stuff, and that's just baiting him in to say the shit. You don't ask him certain shit, and he won't say certain
Right.
shit. It's like me. Don't ask me certain shit. I won't say certain shit.
I get it. I'm just saying, looking at the big picture of everything, it's a bad look, man. It's not a great look, especially for some of the stuff he does. You don't get to sit front row, turn around. Hey, Ma'am, can you scoot over for me? I'm about to punch this dude in the face.
But
Like, you can't do that.
he asked him to do it though. He was asking him to fight him, and I mean you can't just do that. And it was to good what Burns' wife. They thought it was fucking hilarious.
I get it, man. I like I said, I get it. I think it's entertaining. But that if you're upper management and you own the UFC, it's just a bad look,
Listen,
man.
it's not a bad look when it's fighting. You're in a fighting organization with a bunch of
It's,
men
it,
that want to beat each other's asses.
and the fans enjoy it too. I think that hyped up the fight, kind of
You
like
gotta you gotta have violence. It's a violent thing.
Right. Like I said, I'm entertained by it. But, and I've been saying this for weeks,
It sells
if it
tickets though.
goes to the judges' score table, they're gonna screw him over.
but I
I think
think
that is
it's
why you got screwed over.
but I think it's a setup too. I think the promoter want them to do it. I think it's set up that way for them to do it to hype up the fight.
Hey, one thing about judges, real quick. Your sanctioning body, Brendan, the people y'all use for sanctioning, them judges, I don't know what the fuck their issue is. I know that judges aren't supposed to be talking to corners or the fighters during fights. Them motherfuckers be standing up and yelling at corners. You can't do that. They had something against our shit. I promise you. He was screaming at Jacob and them like crazy.
I don't know anything about it. I don't have anything to do with it. That's all IKA. It's all Indiana Kickboxing Association. Like I told you,
Oh, I already got a hold of
that
them about it.
it's
But
all
I was just saying that about on here so people know about them. I fucking hate them, bro.
Yeah.
Bastards. They ain't gonna be able to rob me next time because I'm gonna knock Parker out.
hey, that's the best advice I can give you. If you don't want it to go to the judge's scorecard, I'm not going to say they have anything against you.
If he starts hurting
If
me,
you
I'm
don't
taking
want
him down
to go there,
double leg.
knock him out.
That was my plan. If he put any pressure on me to hurt me, I'm double legging him.
In a kickboxing fight.
It's a kickboxing show.
Yeah, it's only a point.
You can't do that in a kickboxing show.
At least it's not a disqualification.
Right, but if you lose your point, then you're definitely losing if it does go to decision like it did this time.
Nah,
And you said it would.
if I double leg him, I'm dropping him on it. Like he is not gonna be normal the rest of the fight. He's gonna be fucked.
Tyler, I think if you throw I want to say a jab, cross, left hook, and then finish off with a leg kick. I think.
No, listen, I've been working on some stuff, but I didn't have enough time to be able to put in like work to have like cardio to do like full fledged combinations and stuff. So I just went for it in the fight. I didn't have a game plan or nothing, but I have until May or something like that, and like so he's gonna die. He fights the same every fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Just keep training, bro. Keep training.
I want to come up there on the March card in K4.
Who you trying to fight?
Cliff. We've been talking.
Okay.
It's a long time in the making.
Austin's looking for a fight. I told him to go down to your show, Brandon.
I think he should fight Lincoln.
I talked to him.
Hey, Lincoln, Brendan.
Lincoln, it can't happen, man.
Why?
I'll text you.
Is he too dangerous?
No, it's nothing like that. After June.
He's about to turn 18 beginning of March. I mean, beginning of March. He was trying to get on the K4 card.
Yeah, if that's possible.
Dude, oh shit, he would kill. Oh, he would kill Austin.
There's a lot of possibilities.
Honestly, that wouldn't be good matchmaking. I think Austin would need somebody lower class.
We haven't seen like he's told you, man. He's a striker. He's a stand-up guy. He's never gotten the opportunity to show
Lincoln.
us
I wouldn't go against Lincoln.
No, I know.
Fuck that.
Dude, you went up with Lincoln and he almost knocked you out. The only reason you stayed standing was because he fell on top of you.
I think I've been almost knocked out by almost everybody I sparred. But that's because I'd be like this. You want to go light round? And they're like, yeah, I don't think I've ever won an actual light round with anybody.
No, you don't know
Oh
light.
no, I just
You
get
don't
in there.
you have one speed.
I say it's
You
my
don't have
fault though.
slow
I say
control.
light, and then I'll go in there swinging like 90%.
Hey, Skyler, how many times you spar a week? Like you do like 5 days, 3 days?
I spar every day of training, probably a couple times a day. More than a couple times, probably like 10 rounds a day.
Damn.
I'm addicted to sparring. That's my problem. Yeah, listen, me and Brent have a thing. We're not allowed to spar a couple weeks before fights, between either of our fights, because we go too hard. Like, I'm surprised none of us have been put in the hospital or some shit.
No, I'm not telling. I ain't trying to sound mean and not like that. But don't you think that's not a good idea? Like you should just,
Oh, it's not a good idea. No, not a good
you don't
idea at
want,
all.
you don't want to get hurt before a fight. I got knee one time in my solar flex a few weeks before a fight, and that shit hurt it for a while. I
I've
thought I was gonna
actually,
hurt.
I never got hurt from sparring before a fight.
Damn, you fucking young. You probably heal up quick.
Yeah, I do. But I think the worst injury I got before a fight is definitely the one before Josh, my meniscus. That shit. It took a toll on me. Still took a toll on the way I kick now.
Yeah. So yeah, so you trying to get in that K4 card too, huh?
Yeah, I need to come back up there.
What's the date on the K4 card?
Uh
March something.
I think I'm not sure, but I think
14th?
it's March 16 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
16, I believe.
Maybe the 14th. I don't know.
Let me see.
16.
16, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a good card. You should get on
Who
that one.
who you think would be a good matchup for me, Ray? Because people can't hold that Josh fight against me. You can't hold that one against me on a new opponent.
What would be a good fight? What weight class again? You fight in
55.
55. Oh,
Corey
uh,
Piper?
that. Oh yeah, that'd be a good fight. I was gonna say that Aaron guy, karate Aaron Sensei, but
Sensei Aaron?
yeah.
I don't know much about him. I don't even know really who he is. I see him on Facebook.
How about Mason Lewis?
Uh, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a fucking ground fight right there.
He's a Greco-Roman wrestler. He's pretty
I hope
good.
he
I
take
mean,
me down, put me on my back.
are you good in your back on your back, Skylar? I never saw you fight on your back.
That I'm best on my back. That's why I was hoping I was gonna be good on my back when we went to the ground with Josh, but anytime I budged, try to pop my hips, my knee was locking up completely. And it was terrible. It felt like something was stretching.
How the fuck? Wait, you should have never fought then if your knees were fucked up.
It
So in my
locked up like
opinion,
three or four times in the locker room before I even came out. But hey,
yeah.
tell me right now, you never heard a crowd like that until I came out. Up until that fight. even if it was
Man,
booze.
you guys,
I had most height.
you guys really know how to fuck with a home crowd fans. I remember that who was fighting, and then and some other guy, some other fan got mad at you
That
guys and
does
was
count.
Yeah, fuck, I forget. It was Cedric's fight.
okay, and then okay, and there's like people some of his
It was
fans
his
yelling
hype
at you
man, dude. He's cool though. We was arguing. Yeah.
guys.
What do you think about Cedric on the Muay Thai for this card
uh,
coming up?
I think he should be all right coming from South Towns MMA. Um,
Yeah.
Dude, I want to see Cedric and Wild Boy fight Muay Thai.
that Wild Boy's a wild boy. Wild
Hey,
Boy's a
they fought
beast, man.
MMA. I personally, I love them both. I thought it was very anticlimactic, but dude, if you set them
Dude,
two Muay Thai,
Wild Boy, listen, Wild Boy is that dude has fucking heart. He will go forward the whole
I
time.
already know. I love.
Yeah,
I
he
love
keep
that.
coming. He don't stop. He keep coming at you. And I told Wild Boy this. I told him when I seen. I forgot what show it was. I had seen him at the weigh-ins, and I was like, "Yo, dude, man, if I was still fighting, I was fighting you. I'll be if you kept coming at me. I don't know if I could keep up with my stamina, my cardio. I'm like, fuck.
Hey, that
Hey,
was probably one of the most fun nights of my life. Was after that event in April, man. After going back to the hotel, these dudes are completely gone, and they're still teaching us chokeholds. Like we're
bro,
downstairs in the
we
hotel
was
learning how to
we
do
was
different
fried.
versions
They were
of rear naked
drunk as fuck and
chokes.
crazy.
Like Steve and Manny both are gone. Like they're just they were on another planet, and they were teaching us how to do chokeholds. Like it was wild.
It was nuts.
Look what Jacob says.
Man, listen, y'all's y'all's people up in Buffalo are crazy right now. I'll tell you that right now. We was in a hotel, and Brendan, you was up there for this one, right? When Xavier got that money.
Oh, dude, I don't even.
Okay, let me
I
tell you
don't
this
judge what you're
story.
talking
Nothing bad happened, right? Well,
about. Hey,
nothing
I'm
bad
gonna
on
get
our
off
end.
here before this one. I got an early workout at 7 a.m., so I'm gonna get off here. I appreciate you guys having me on. I'll have you guys later.
Later, bro. Okay, Ray, I gotta tell you the story before I get off. Okay,
uh,
we was at the hotel that Keith got us, and it was nice, but there was a knock on the fucking door, and we was all jamming music, getting drunk and high and shit after the fights, and opened the door and there was some lady. She was like, y'all got crack. We was like, what? Like what the fuck? And she was like, oh, never mind, I'm sorry. And then hurried up and like left, and came back. Well, we went downstairs to smoke, and then she came down there and then asked if we wanted $250. Just we was like, no, like we was wondering why. She was just gonna give it to us. We was like, okay. So she walked over to the fucking ATM, got $250 out, and gave it to us. Just gave it to us, and left.
damn, that's some
I was like,
fucking
bitch,
crazy.
what you she was trying to buy crack 1 second, and the next second she just gave us $250 fucking dollars.
That's some fucking crazy shit. I would have been like, thank you.
What caught me though is when she just knocked on the door and asked for crack. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Buffalo is crazy for sure.
Yeah, it's nuts. What do you think about the Buffalo Bills losing today? That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of pissed off Bills fans, but it was a good game. But they had their chances, but you gotta catch the ball. You gotta, you can't turn over the ball. You can't fumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm about to have to hop off here, man. Just hopping on to see what y'all was talking about on here tonight.
All right, brother. Just you have a good night. You have a good night, bro.
Yeah, you too, man. I'm gonna get up there on that March card. So I'll see you
Okay.
up there.
All right. Yeah. We
Yep.
keep in touch, and if you get in that car, we get you on a whoever you fight, we get you. get you and your opponent on the podcast. So
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you should get Jacob and Brent on here soon about and Xavier about their fights coming up in Richmond.
yeah, I definitely will do that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, brother.
All right, later, man.
You get out. Yep. Hey,
I think you're still live, man.
yeah. I'm about to get off though. I'm about to get off. Well, I'm about to cut this podcast off, and we'll probably do another one another time. We'd like to get Xavier on and the other guys shake up. I'll do that in another podcast. So peace out.